This is the Sakar Murli of the 9th of April 2025. Essence. Sweet children, first check each one's pulse and enable them to have faith in Alpha before going any further. Unless they have faith in Alpha, it is a waste of your time to give them this knowledge. Question. Which effort enables you to win a scholarship? Answer. The effort of remaining introverted. You must remain very introverted. The Father is the benefactor, and he advises you for your own benefit. The yogi children who are introverted never become body conscious, sulk, or fight with one another. Their behaviour is very royal and dignified. They speak very little and are interested in serving the yajna. Although they might not speak a lot of this knowledge, they do service whilst in yoga. Om Shanti. In general, and especially when service news of the exhibitions comes, it is seen that when people don't have full faith in the main aspect of recognizing the Father, it's very difficult for their intellects to take anything else in that you explain to them. Although they continue to say that it's very good, they do not recognize the Father. First of all, there has to be recognition of the Father. The Father's elevated versions are, remember me, only I am the purifier. By remembering me, you will become pure from impure. This is the main aspect. There is only one God, and he alone is the purifier. He is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of happiness, the highest on high. When this faith is instilled in them, they realize that the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita and all the scriptures of the path of devotion are false. God himself says, I never spoke those scriptures. This knowledge that I give is not in the scriptures. That is the knowledge of the path of devotion. I come and give you this knowledge. I grant you salvation, and then return home. This knowledge then disappears. When your reward of this knowledge ends, the path of devotion begins. Only when they have faith in the Father will they be able to understand the versions of God, and that all of those scriptures belong to the path of devotion. This knowledge and that devotion last for half a cycle each. God gives his own introduction when he comes. I tell you that the duration of each cycle is 5,000 years. I explain to you through the mouth of Brahma. Therefore, the first and main thing that you have to fit in their intellects is who God is. Until this aspect sits in their intellects, there will be no effect of any of the other things you explain to them. All the effort lies in just this. The Father comes to awaken you from the grave. You won't wake up by studying the scriptures. The Supreme Soul has the form of a light. Therefore his children too have forms of a light. However, the souls of you children have become impure, and because of this, your lights have become dim. You have become Tamopratan. If you don't first of all give the Father's introduction, all the effort you make and the opinions you ask people to write are of no use at all. This is why service is not taking place. If they had faith, they would understand that this knowledge really is being given through Brahma. It is because people haven't recognized the Father that they become so confused when they see Brahma. All of you know that the path of devotion has now passed. In the Iron Age it is the path of devotion. At the confluence it is the path of this knowledge. All of us belong to the confluence age, and we are studying Raj Yoga. We are imbibing divine virtues for the new world. Those who are not at the confluence age are becoming more and more Tamo-Pradhan day by day. On that side, their Tamo-Pradhan stage is increasing, and on this side, your confluence age is ending. These matters have to be understood. Those who explain these things are also number-wise in how they explain. Baba inspires you every day to make effort. It is those whose intellects have faith who gain victory. Some children have a very strong habit of just speaking about their own things. They don't even remember the Father. It is very difficult for them to remember Baba. They stop remembering the Father and continue to speak about their own things. Until faith in the Father has been instilled in them, you should not explain any other pictures. If they don't have faith, they won't understand anything. If they don't have faith in Alpha, it's a waste of time to go into Beta. You do not feel the pulse of anyone. First of all, give the Father's introduction to those who come to perform the opening ceremony. This is the highest on high Father, the ocean of knowledge. Only at this time the Father gives you this knowledge. There is no need for this knowledge in the Golden Age. Later on, devotion begins. The Father says, I come when it is the end of the time of defaming me. You had to defame me for half a cycle. You didn't know the occupation of anyone you were worshipping. You children sit with others and explain to them. However, if you yourselves don't have yoga with the Father, what would you explain to others? Although you say shivbaba, if you do not have any yoga at all, your sins cannot be absolved, and you would be unable to imbibe anything. The main thing is to have remembrance of the one Father. You children may well be enlightened souls, but if you don't become yogi, you must definitely have a trace of body consciousness in you. Explaining to others without remaining in yoga is of no use at all. Then, because you become body conscious, you cause distress to someone or other. Because some children give good lectures, they believe that they are very knowledgeable souls. The Father says they may well be knowledgeable souls, but they lack yoga. They make very little effort to have yoga. The Father tells you so much to keep your chart. The main aspect is yoga. Some children are keen to explain this knowledge, but they have no yoga. And because they have no yoga, their sins are not absolved. What status will they then claim? Many children fail in the subject of yoga. They think they have 100% yoga, but Baba says they only have 2%. Baba himself says, I stay in remembrance when I start a meal, But then I forget. Even when I bathe, I remember Baba. Even though I am his child, I forget to remember him. You must think that this one is to claim number one, and that he must therefore definitely be accurate in this knowledge and yoga. Nevertheless, Baba says, a great deal of effort is needed to have yoga. Just try it and see. Then relate your experience. For instance, if you are a tailor who sews clothes, you should check yourself to see whether you stay in remembrance of Baba. Baba is our very sweet beloved. To the extent that we remember him, so our sins will be absolved and we will become Satabritan. Check yourselves to see how long you stay in remembrance. Show the results to Baba. Only by staying in remembrance will there be benefit. However, there cannot be any benefit if you explain too much at once. They won't understand anything. How can anything happen unless they understand Alpha? They do not even know the one Alpha. All the zeros just remain zeros for them. They understand nothing. By adding zeros to Alpha, there is benefit. If there isn't yoga, time is wasted throughout the day. The Father feels mercy and wonders what status they will claim. If it's not in someone's fortune, what can the Father do? The Father repeatedly says, imbibe divine virtues. Remain in remembrance of the Father. Remembrance is most essential. By having remembrance, you will develop love, and only then will you be able to follow Srimat. Many subjects have to be created. You have come here to become Lakshmi or Narayan. This requires effort. Although you will all go to heaven, some of you will experience punishment and claim a low status at the end. Baba knows all of you children. The children who are weak in yoga become body conscious. They sulk and continue to fight. The activity and behaviour of those who are firm yogis is very royal and good. They speak very little. They are interested in serving the yajna. There are some who don't even mind sacrificing their bones in serving the yajna. However, Baba says, stay in remembrance for much longer. Through this you will develop love for the Father and experience happiness. The Father says, I come into the land of Bharat. I come to uplift the people of Bharat. In the Golden Age, you were the masters of the world. You were in the stage of salvation. Who then led you into degradation? Ravan. When did it begin? The answer came, the Copper Age. You receive salvation for half a cycle in a second. You claim the inheritance for 21 births. Therefore, whenever a good person comes, first of all give him the Father's introduction. The Father says, children, it is only by studying this knowledge that you can receive salvation. You children know that this drama is being enacted second by second. Even if you just keep this in your intellects, you will be able to remain very stable. While sitting here, your intellect should understand how the world cycle continues to move like a louse, how it continues to tick away second by second. The whole play is being played according to the drama. As each second passes, it is finishing. The reel continues to unwind. It turns very slowly. This is an unlimited drama. The elderly can't keep these things in their intellects. This knowledge cannot sit in their intellects. They don't even have yoga. In spite of that, they are still Baba's children. Yes, those who do service claim a higher status. Everyone else receives a low status. Keep it firmly in your awareness, how this unlimited drama and cycle continue to turn. Just as a record continues to play, so we souls too are filled with a record like that. Such a huge part is contained in such a tiny soul. This is called a wonder. Nothing is visible. These matters have to be understood. Those with gross intellects are unable to understand them. As time passes, whatever we say in this will be repeated after 5,000 years. No one else has this understanding. Those of you who are Maharatis will repeatedly think about these things and explain them to others. This is why Baba says, first tie a knot to remember the Father. The Father says, remember me. You souls now have to return home. Renounce all your relationships of bodies. Continue to remember the Father for as long as possible. This effort is incognito. Baba advises, just give them the Father's introduction. When you only remember Baba very little, you are only able to give very little of Baba's introduction. First of all, you have to make the Father's introduction sit in their intellects. Tell them, now write that he truly is our Father. Forget everything else, including your bodies, and remember the one Father. Only by having this remembrance can you become Sattvapritan from Tamapritan. There is no pain or sorrow in the lands of liberation and liberation in life. Day by day, very good things are explained to you. These are the only things you should talk about amongst yourselves. You also have to become worthy. If, after becoming Brahmins, you do not do the Father's spiritual service, of what use are you? You have to imbibe this study very well. Baba knows that many of you don't imbibe even one word. They do not remember the Father accurately. It does take effort to claim the status of a king or queen. Those who make effort will claim a high status. Only when you make effort can you enter the royal family. Only those who are number one win a scholarship. Lakshmi and Narayan claimed a scholarship. After that it is number-wise. This is a very important examination. The rosary is made up of those who won a scholarship. There are 8 jewels. There are the 8, then 100, and then 16,000. Therefore you have to make so much effort in order to be threaded into the rosary. Make effort to remain introverted, and you will win a right to a scholarship. You have to remain very introverted. The Father is the benefactor. He advises you for your own benefit. Benefit has to be brought to everyone in the whole world, but it is number-wise. You have come to the Father to study. Amongst you too, those who pay attention to this study are good students. Some pay no attention at all. Many just think that they will receive whatever is in their fortune. They have no aim in their studying. Therefore you children have to keep a chart of your remembrance. We now have to return home. You will leave this knowledge behind. The part of the knowledge is to end. The soul is so tiny, and yet it has such a huge part to play. This is a wonder. This drama is eternal. Become introverted and continue to talk to yourselves in this way. You will then have a lot of happiness about how the Father comes and tells you things, such as that souls are never destroyed. There is a part fixed in this drama for every human being and every object. It wouldn't be called unending. It reaches the end, but it is eternal. There are so many things. It is called a wonder. It can't be called the wonder of God. He says I too have to play my part in this. Acha. To you, sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BapDada. The Spiritual Father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the Spiritual Father. Essence for Dana. 1. A lot of effort is needed for yoga. Try and see how long you stay in remembrance of the Father while doing things. Only by staying in remembrance of him can there be benefit. Remember the sweet beloved with a lot of love. Keep a chart of your remembrance. 2. You need a refined intellect to understand the secrets of this drama. This drama is very beneficial. Whatever we say or do now, we will repeat after 5,000 years. Understand this accurately and remain happy. Blessing. May you become Maya-proof and show the practical proof of God's knowledge in your elevated life. By considering yourself to be a practical example and prove God's knowledge, you will become Maya-proof. The practical proof is in your elevated pure life. The biggest thing that becomes possible from impossible is living in a household while having an attitude of being beyond and remaining beyond the awareness of bodies and relations of the physical world. When the eyes of your old body see but do not see things of the old world, it means you are leading a life of total purity. This is the easy way to reveal God and to become Maya-proof. Slogan. If your guards of attention are working well, you cannot lose your treasure of supersensuous joy. Avyakt signal. Remain constantly victorious with the awareness of the combined form. You have made the Father your companion, so now experience him in the combined form, and while bringing this experience into your awareness again and again, become an embodiment of remembrance. Repeatedly check that you are combined and that you have not stepped aside. The more you increase your experience of the combined form, the more you will experience Brahmin life to be very lovely and entertaining. Om Shanti.